Hi guys, welcome to Quick Facts with Birguid, and today we're going to be talking about South Africa's craft beer industry. I mean, from a position of diversity, it's a good idea to get into the craft beer industry, but then there's thresholds that you need to be able to, invest in from developing your portfolio or your business from a craft beer perspective. So to start off with, you need to be producing no more than 15,000 hectoliters of beer per month. That's number one. And then number two, you need to have a guaranteed market. And one way of being creative with it is probably partnering with a restaurant franchise. Like for instance, the relationship, you can have a relationship with the Rocker Mamas of this world or any other restaurant franchise, so that you have got a guaranteed market. So it's 50,000 hectoliters per month, as well as a partner who's going to guarantee demand that matches your supply. So that's how you could probably sustain as a business. So initially, I mentioned that the most important thing is the partnerships, and then in addition to the partnerships, it's probably building it with the end consumer. Targeting the end consumer as like your key customer, right? So bottling of is going to cost you a lot of money, but then when you're able to bottle and sell direct to the consumer, it's always going to be good for you. I think the biggest challenge with craft beer at the moment is that competition is stiff. There's so many people that are in the craft beer industry, and there's also the disadvantage that you are competing with the larger, more established commercial brewers. So it's always going to be tricky for you to win and thrive. And one of the things that people are tending to do, or some of the businesses are doing, are working on the ingredients to say the ingredients are used as a unique differentiator of being in the craft beer business. So maybe that could work as well. So I would say it's the partnerships, right? And also the number one is the partnerships. The second thing would possibly be the being creative with the ingredients. And the third thing is probably being strategically located. That's also another thing that you could focus on. I think the threat of being acquired is a really, really big risk for any craft beer, business. So once you're in the market and you're doing very well, there's always that risk that the bigger brewers will come, bigger commercial brewers will come and scoop you up. So now the question that you need to ask yourself is, do I fight the good fight? Because remember, they are able to out advertise you, and if they're able to out advertise you, it's always going to be difficult for you to sustain as a business. Some have stayed the distance, but it comes with very significant challenges whenever it comes to like shelving space, making sure that your brew or your beers are being marketed adequately and competing with the larger commercial brewers. So I'd say the biggest threat is the risk of being acquired as you grow and progress as a business, which could be a good thing as well, considering that you have something of value that you can now sell to a larger commercial brewer. Good question. I think I'll go back to my response where I was saying partnerships are very, very critical. And one of the things that you could possibly do is be greatly aligned to key events or cultural events that take place within the country over the course of the year. So you take a look at a calendar year, what the main events are, what the main festivals are, and try to get a sponsorship deal to be a part of these initiatives. If you do get that, then you're able to thrive as a craft beer, like a supplier. Other things that you could also do is probably align yourself with sports, because traditionally, beer drinking and watching sports have always been, fused together. So if you could find a way to say, what sport can we align ourselves with? Are we able to sponsor that and grow and progress? And it's about being innovative with it. Instead of targeting the bigger ticket or the ones which cost a lot, like the events or sports that cost a lot, you focus probably on going like a notch lower. For instance, if you sponsor like a varsity cup or a varsity event or college events, and then you build that, how do I say, loyalty from the grassroots as you go upwards, then it'll benefit you over the longer term. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to what we had to say about South Africa's craft beer market. For more information, just go onto our website and also just follow our social media pages. Thank you.